Our preacher for the morning. He is no stranger among us. He's a part of this family, and we love him dearly for his love for us and his love, most of all, for God whom he serves faithfully. I want to present to you right now my son in the ministry, Minister Derrick Washington. Won't you receive him by the elevation of your right hand as a token of respect to God's.
See, God wants it all, amen? He don't want just a piece, he wants it all. Yeah. You might want to say, like some of us, we want it all, we want to be greedy. God said he wants it all. Today is, first I want to just thank my wife for actually supporting me, having my back. It's not easy when you gotta use a lot of your time trying to study and get right with God. And you lose a lot of family time in the process. You know, I want to thank Pastor for actually giving us the platform, me and Mr. Ocean, the platform to actually be able to go out and let God use us. Amen. And I got to thank my brother because, you know, it's always good to have somebody who struggles with you and know the pain that you go through. So if I need some help, I can always call on him. I know he can call on me. And that being said, my church family, guys, always give us a platform actually to teach you what God gives us to preach. Yes. That being said, the Sunday school lesson actually opened a window for what today's title is about. If you have your Bible, you actually go to 2 Kings. 2 Kings chapter 4, verses 1 through 7. 2 Kings chapter 4, verses 1 through 7. I'll be reading from the New American Standard Bible. Say amen when you got it. Amen. It reads, Now a certain woman of the wives of the sons of the prophets cried out to Elisha, Your servant, my husband, is dead, and you know that your servant feared the Lord. And the creditor has come to take my 2 children to be his slaves. Elisha said to her, What shall I do for you? Tell me, what do you have in the house? And she said, Your maidservant has nothing in the house except a jar of oil. Then he said, Go, borrow vessels at large for yourself from all your neighbors, even empty vessels. Do not get a few. And you shall go in and shut the door behind you and your sons, and pour out into all these vessels, and you shall set aside what is full. So she went from him and shut the door behind her and her sons. They were bringing the vessels to her, and she poured. Verse 6. When the vessels were full, she said to her son, Bring me another vessel. And he said to her, There is not one vessel more. And the oil stopped. Then she came and told the man of God, and he said, Go, sell the oil, and pay your debt, and you and your sons can live on the rest. I want to talk to you about a widow's faith. A widow's faith. Maybe see it. How many of you today feel that your faith is being tested? Not your patience, but your faith. Nobody's faith feel like it's being tested? Well, if your faith has not been tested yet, just give it a minute. They get there. It's like circumstances and situations randomly appear out of nowhere, especially when you have just gotten over something. I can see us saying, man, not now.
Yeah.
I don't need this right now. Well, it's not a good time. Or even some of them might say, oh Lord, this is too much. I can't handle all this. But you know what? Only if we can get a notification on our phone or get an email warning me, giving me a heads up about the things about to happen to me. I don't think it's going to work. But let's be real, it's never going to happen. You see, these pop-up tests, or let's call them pop-up quizzes, aren't designed to cater to our timetable of comfortability. If that were the case, I would be asking for a stoppage of funds flow or asking God to give me a timeout when my truck had decided it wanted to need some new parts. I had just replaced my water pump and radiator in a 2-week window, turned around, my alternator went out. So, what do I do about time? What do I do about my bill? Where do I go? Which one do I sacrifice? Which one do I pay? Now, my story is not as severe as the test of faith of the widow in this story, where everything would seem like it was going against her. She had just lost her husband, who was one of the sons of the prophets killed by Jezebel. She was left with his debt, and she was faced with even more bad news. You see, creditors were coming to take her sons to pay for the debt. Back then, by the enactment of the law, creditors were entitled to take people or take children of the person who was in debt. So not only did she lose her husband, she was poor. And now she's about to lose her son. Can you imagine? What are the limits that she faced? Just like the widow in the story, we all face some type of pressure in our life like this. And your faith is being tested. So what do we do? As the widow in the story, her faith was on trial and she was being tested. But how she responded gave us an intimate view of how God expects us to respond. And that's with trusting in Him, no matter the circumstance. Meaning trusting in God with your life more than you trust yourself. Now let's go to the text as we get a couple of lessons that the widow shares with us about our faith. Insight number 1 says, faith does not require us to understand God's plan. Faith does not require of us to understand God's plan. If you see down in verse 3, the prophet spoke to her and told her, go borrow vessels at large for yourself from all your neighbors. Now remember, this widow was coming to the prophet for advice. Now he's giving her commands of go try to go do something totally different than what she coming to ask for. Yeah. But the widow first showed faith by going to the man of God to inquire of advice for her distress. Yes. Now, what Elisa said to her in verses 3 and 4 could have thrown her for a loop, like it could have thrown Minna was for a loop. Because, like I said, she was asking for help, and here he is barking orders at her, telling her to go do this and go do that. Like, you'll take care of your own problem. Can you imagine going to try to get help from somebody and they telling you, instead of helping you, they're giving you advice? Can you imagine me going to the bank to look for a loan to pay for a bill to get my debt reduced, and they telling me to go home, get all your piggy banks, take them and put them all in one jar, and get on your knees and pray. I don't think that would reduce my debt. Right. I don't think that would help me out or give me any kind of encouragement. Especially if I didn't see any value in the pennies in my piggy jar. You see, just like the widow, we're not called to understand God's plan. Just like Abraham, when God told Abraham to take his only son and he would sacrifice him on Mount Moriah. And through this son, God already promised him that he was going to make his descendants immune to the stars. But how was that going to work out if he told me to sacrifice my son? Right. God did not tell you to understand his plan. Just like Joseph. who had this mysterious dream about his brothers and everybody bowing down to him, but it didn't turn out the way he thought it was going to turn out at first. He became a slave. He became in prison. But these two characters had something in common. Their faith never wavered. You see, it was through God's grace. Y'all say it would be God's grace. God's grace. That placed Joseph second only to the throne. You see, it was God's grace that allowed Abraham, through Abraham's faith, to bless Abraham through the promise that we are living through still today. The scripture tells us what? Trust him over all your heart. Yeah. Lean not on your own understanding. Yeah. In all your ways acknowledge him and he will direct your path.
That's right. That's right.
You see, we're not called to pull back the curtains on God's plan for our lives. Yeah. We're called to show faith in him and to trust in him regardless of the circumstance. Right. Yeah. Well, y'all call it what it is. We're too busy just being nosy about anything that God has planned for us in our lives. Yeah. We're too busy being nosy. I want to know everything God has planned for my life. But let me share something with you though. God is not going to give you all the ingredients to your life. Yeah. He is not going to give you all the ingredients to your life. But what he will do, he will give you instructions and steps needed to make life a piece of cake. Now, that's not saying that you're not going to have any hard times. But what it's saying is that he's going to give you peace through your hard times.
That's right.
You see, the Bible tells us in Jeremiah, for I know the plans I have for you. Plans to prosper you, plans to not harm you, plans that are for good and for a future of hope. I'm going to remember that song say, God's got it. Yeah. The song was like, whatever you need, God's got it. Whatever you need, God's got it. They jump right to the bridge that said, if you need peace, God's got it. If you need joy, God's got it. If you need love, God's got it. You know what? God's got it. He don't need your help. It is not the plan. God's got it.
Right. He's got it. Yes, sir.
You see, so insight number one says, faith does not require us to understand God's plan. Yeah. Insight number two says, faith requires action of trust in God and his provisional care. Yes. It requires action of trust in God and his provisional care. Verse 5 says, so she went from him and shut the door behind her and her sons. They were bringing the vessels to her and she poured. Notice that the woman needed help. Instead of challenging the prophet who was telling her to bargain commands at her, she did what he told her to do. She didn't question, she didn't challenge, she just followed orders. You see, faith requires trust in which is displayed in action. You see, the widow didn't question God's prophet on the things that he was told to do. She just showed it in action. Because she trusted that what he was telling her was God's plan for her life. But notice one thing else. She didn't just stop there. She included her sons in her faith, molded and shaped. It says, when the vessels were full, she asked her son to bring her another vessel. He said that there were no more vessels left. So what that does is, when she included her son, it helps to shape and mold their faith through the trials. A lot of times, we as parents, when we're struggling, the way you struggle, the way you handle your struggle, hits your child if they're watching how you get through it. If you're showing and teaching them that I have faith in God and trust in God and he's going to bring me through, they get older and they go through the same similar type of thing, they will say the same thing. I have trust and faith in God, he's going to bring me through. But if you lose your mind and acting all suicidal like you're going to just kill yourself, they're going to think the same way. That's how you're going to handle your problem. If you think you can go out and take your problem out of somebody else because you're going to something, they think that's a natural thing. They're going to do the same thing. So what I'm telling you is, kids watch what you do. That's right. And we're called to be set apart and be different in God's life. Yes. Meaning the way we live, no matter what we're going through, it shouldn't rattle your faith. You see, in the book of James, we're told that faith by itself, if it does not have works, is dead. Yeah. Faith requires action. What does that mean? Well, it means that even though you're faced with a situation, I'm going to trust God regardless. Even though I know my life bills due, and I know I might be struggling on this end right here, I'm going to trust God regardless. I'm not going out to last year's payday loan and trying to get a payday loan. I'm waiting on God to move. I'm waiting on God to give me instructions on what I need to do. Because if you know anything like I do, if you don't step in God's shoes, you're going to mess up the plan. Yeah. And you're going to dig a deeper hole than what you really were in the first place. You see, faith by itself is not accompanied by action, it's dead. How many of you came in here today? Came in the sanctuary. You pulled the chair up. And you just sat down. Because you trusted that chair was going to be able to hold you up. You didn't question the chair's leg to see if the chair was strong enough to hold you up. You just sat down. Many of us get on the highway with blind faith and start speeding on the highway. Some of us bumper to bumper, trusting that your brakes will work. You never question whether they're going to stop when you need them to stop. You see, that type of blind faith, you need to put that faith in God's hands when you're dealing with your circumstance. Yeah. You see, sometimes we have our faith mixed up. I have my faith and trust in man instead of my faith and trust in God. Yeah. But notice something else there. In verse 6, it says that God filled as many vessels as the widow had faith enough to bring to him. He filled as many vessels as the widow had faith enough to bring to him. God always supplies us with more than what we need. For example, we have more air than we can breathe. We have more water than you can drink. We have more heat and light than you can use. God is the natural supplier of our needs. So faith should be telling me that it's okay to tithe. You gotta get that. Faith should be telling me not to overlook my bills, but to trust in God with my bills. So he can give me room to tithe and to be faithful in service. Faith should be helping me to find solutions to remove roadblocks to get you into church. Y'all ain't my friend today. Faith should be telling me that I should be able to trust in God enough to remove financial roadblocks to help get children to bring them to church. Yes, sir. Yeah. In all these things, I should be applying actions of faith. Yeah. If no action is included in my faith, where's my faith? A little nugget for you. Faith only operates in trial.
Come on,
faith only operates in trial. Yeah. Faith is your practice for your success. Yeah. Some people, y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't trying to. Faith is your action for success. Yeah. You have to trust God in order for God to show you who He is. Right. Yeah. You trust everybody else, if they show you who they are, you still trust them. Just say it. Just keep it real. You see, what God can take the little you have and turn it to something more than you need. Yeah. You see, Paul says in Philippians, my God shall supply all your needs according to what? His riches and glory. I don't remember Trump saying he can supply your needs. I don't remember Rock saying he can supply your needs. I don't remember nobody else saying he can supply your needs. But your God tells you, I supply all your needs according to His riches and glory. So where are you putting your faith and your trust in? Not the government, not politics, not people, but in God Himself. See, so the first insight is faith does not require us to understand God's plan. The second is faith requires action of trust in God and His provision of care. And the third is, when we exercise faith, God demonstrates His faithfulness. When we exercise faith, God demonstrates His faithfulness. Notice in verse 7 it says, then she came and told the man of God, and he said, go, sell the oil and pay your debt, and you and your sons can live on the rest. Yeah. Now, when she started out, she said she only had this little oil. When the prophet told her to go collect See, it takes faith to go tell somebody about your problem. Because she trusted what he was telling her enough to go ask the neighbor, let me borrow these vessels from you. I can tell you my problem in order for me to get those vessels. Now, if I didn't trust in God enough and then I didn't believe that what God was telling me was true, now I'm embarrassed. Because now I'm borrowing these vessels and I'm still struggling because nothing happened. Faith requires action. She took action, she moved, and she went to neighbors asking to borrow those vessels. And not only that, when she used her faith, she incorporated and brought the neighbors into her faith situation. Because if they see God move her situation, they'll see God move their situation. You see, when we act on our faith, God acts on his promise. When we act on our faith, God acts on his promise. You see, the widow exercised the action of faith by trusting in God's process, not her own process. She didn't complain. She didn't take a shortcut to her blessing. She didn't skip over all the things you need to praise God, to worship God. She just actually did what was told for her to do. A lot of times we're just spoiled. We're spoiled.
That's true.
We want to live on Big Mama and Big Daddy's faith. I don't want to live on my own faith.
Okay, good.
I want to live on my granddaddy's faith that taught me about God, but I don't want to live on my own faith. I don't want to go through anything. I want to live on his faith.
Wow.
And I'm telling you kids right now, even though you might not think you've been through anything yet, or you're not going through anything yet, keep living. Your faith is going to be tested. You can't live on my faith. What you can do, though, you can watch and learn how I exercise my faith. And the way I exercise my faith, let my child know how to use their faith.
Yeah.
The woman felt that she had nothing, but in turn trusted that the little she did have, that God would bless it and multiply it and cover her and her family with all their needs. Basically, we just have to be faithful and trust God.
Yeah.
Not only did she have enough to pay her debt, but you know what it said about it? It said she could take the rest that she had left over and live on it. Y'all missed that. She could take the little she had left over, the rest she had left over, and live on it. It didn't say that she had to go back and get a job. It didn't say that she had to go borrow any more things. It said she could take the little she had left over and live on it. When we exercise actions of faith, God demonstrates his faithfulness. The Bible tells me, God says that I will be with you. When you trust in me, I will be with you. I'm your provider. I'm your source of strength. I'm your redeemer. I'm your protector. Can man tell you that? He probably can tell you, but it'll be a lie. You see, the example of God's faith can be seen in each and every one of us today. Look at the example of Job and Joseph. Job had every right in himself to lose faith. Job had every reason, even Joseph had every reason in himself to lose faith. Job lost everything within one fell swoop in one day. And continued to keep losing things. But he did one thing that we have to start learning how to do. He remained faithful to the call of trusting in God. Even when his friends in his ear telling him that you have to do something wrong, even when his friends saying that God don't like you, he still trusted in God. And we were talking about earlier today about sound doctrine. That wasn't sound doctrine. Don't just trust in what I tell you. Trust in God. Go pick up God's word and read it for yourself. If you think of something I'm telling you that it's not aligned with God's word, go read the scripture for yourself. You see, our level of faith would in turn determine our level of harvest. If we sow a little, we're going to reap a little. Right. If you sow a lot, you're going to reap a lot. You see, Jesus gave us an example of this. He said, "For I truly say to you, If you have faith the size of a mustard seed, you can tell this mountain to move over there, and it will be done. You see, a mustard seed is about like the smallest seed out there. God is not asking much from you for your faith. All he's saying is that I am the creator. I am the Alpha and Omega. I created all things. Have faith in me. Don't have blind faith in your brakes. Don't have faith in the material things, and don't have faith in the one who created you. Now, as I close, think of it this way. Faith is a gift. But even a gift must be open to be enjoyed. Faith is a gift. But even a gift must be open to be enjoyed. A lot of times, God has given us the gift of faith. Our gift is still sitting on the shelf with the bowl sitting on it, sitting in the corner, probably got dust on it, got spider webs on it. And you wonder why you're still struggling. You never open it. Well, if you open it, you didn't ever check the label and see where it came from. Let me share this picture of encouragement with you. I just want you to know the Bible tells me that it is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man. But when I felt as if everything was piled up against me, and I come to the end of my rope, it says, "Behold, God is my salvation. I will trust and not be afraid. For Yah, the Lord, is my strength and my song. He also has become my salvation." Not only that, it says, because the word tells me that he who dwells in the secret places of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say to the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in Him I will trust. Not just that, it goes on, it says that when you're wondering, when your faith is being tested, what to do, it says that I called on the Lord in distress. The Lord answered me and set me in a broad place. When you call on Him and when you trust in Him, God will lift you up. But you have to call and trust. You can't call and not trust. A lot of us are still struggling because we're calling, we're crying out. But God, I want to help you deliver me. 2 cooks in 1 kitchen don't work out. That don't work out. 2 people can't drive the same car at the same time. You can try it. Now, all things are going to end good. That's where our faith lingers at. I trust you, God, but I want to help. God don't need your help. And He don't want your help. But He says, I know the plans I have for you. And if you look at Isaiah, he says, even before you were in the womb, before I shaped you in the womb, I knew what I had for you. So if He knows, you don't know. His vision is better than 2020. Trust in the one to see farther than what you can see. It's a trap. What I mean by a trap, don't fall victim to Adam and Eve trying to bite off the tree of knowledge. Don't try to be nosy and poke your eyes in God's plan. Don't try to understand everything that God has working for you in your life. And please don't try to fix it. Don't try to fix it. What you do is you trust in God in all things. You pray continuously for God to give you a heart of acceptance and a heart of understanding. And then you act on your faith. Act on your faith. Don't let roadblocks and financial things stop you from helping build God's house and bring God's people keys to church. Don't let roadblocks and financial stop you from giving tithe to God when God has given you a command to tithe. We all have done it. I'm no better. I'm no different. But I also felt convicted when I don't pay and do like God called me to do. Right. Because now I'm looking at my problems instead of looking at who controls and has the power to remove my problems. God's bigger than your circumstance. Will you trust Him today? That's been God's word. A lot of us, just like us as people, we're always looking for a change. But we don't want to be the change. I'm looking for God to bless me, but I don't want to trust Him. God, I need you to help me out over here with this bill that I'm facing. It's burning me down. And when God does bless me, how much am I giving it back to the tithe? How much am I giving it back and putting it in church? I remember, and growing up as a kid, I remember just recently, just walking down forward, we were walking, I found $1 laying on the street, I picked it up. But it seems simple, but how many of us have picked up a $20 bill in Walmart or something like that, somebody dropped back? How much of that money you said, well, you know what, I'm going to bless somebody for this. You see, it's all about your heart. It's about the condition of your heart. God is calling on you to trust in Him. Some of us are still seeking God's face. Some of us don't know God. If you're really trying to turn your life over to God, I encourage you to come. But God has given us a gift in His Son, who died on the cross for us, each and every one of us, regardless of how we may feel toward Him. He died for my sins, He died for your sins. And constantly, the Bible tells me He gives us new mercies every day. So that's hope.
Yeah.
That means if I mess up today, He still forgives me and give me something better the next day. You see, if I fall tomorrow, He still gives me another day to get it right. If I keep falling, He continues blessing me. Regardless of how I treat Him. He's calling for us to do the same thing to one another. But in doing that, you have to know Him. When you come, don't sit back and let the struggles of this world burden you so that you don't trust God anymore. Don't sit back and let the things that are holding you back or holding you down weigh you down. The Bible tells me God is my anchor. He anchors my soul. You see, I'm a Navy man. When you're anchored, the ship will just spin around, but it won't move. No matter how the waves rock and shake, the ship won't move. The ship will just spin around. It won't move. You see, somebody here needs an anchor. You're still out to sea right now, and your boat is just drifting away. God is saying, cast your anchor and trust in me. Let it loose. Better yet, and come to the house. Take your spoon out of God's pot. And let God make you some down south yoga. We all need a shake up in our lives. We all need a change. We all need a spiritual uproot. But in order to get it, you have to put your faith in God's hands. Will you come? Don't let the day go by. And believe me, kids, age is never enough. It's never enough. God is calling on all of us to come. Mr. Mark, I guarantee either one of us. No matter the age, God is not, any of us can go anytime. So it's time to get it right with God before that day comes. And no matter what you're facing, no matter what you have been through, and no matter what you have done, God can't fix it. He can't fix it. But you need to put your trust in Him. Hold on, in there, get up. Hold on to that song that says, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Trust in Him with all your heart. Don't try to understand. Because if you try to understand, you'll get frustrated. Trust in Him and lean down your own understanding. But in all your ways, acknowledge Him. That means, God, I know who you are. I saw you how you created the heavens and the earth from nothing. I saw how you told me that I already have the victory. I already have the victory. You see, we give the devil too much power. Gotta get there. The Bible says you are a royal priesthood. You are a child of God. God has blessed you enough to be here this morning. You got clothes on your back. You got shoes on your feet. You dress nice. You look nice. You got cars in the parking lot. You got roofs over your head. God has blessed you enormously. Even without wavering faith. He's asking you to increase your faith in Him. And the Bible tells us what? The more you give, the more He gives to you. And I'm not talking about finances. I'm talking about the more faith you give to Him, the more encouragement and stuff He will give back to you. Will you trust in Him? Don't see that this day fall away without trusting in God.